When you sit at a desk for 8 hours, your body operates like a computer entering a low-power sleep mode. Your biological machinery powers down, your blood flow slows, and your systems begin to stagnate. But the moment your foot strikes the pavement, you send a physical signal up through your skeleton. Rhythmic movement initiates a sequence of chemical and physical changes that reconstruct the body's infrastructure. It acts as a manual override for your internal systems, signaling the body to begin active maintenance on itself. The alternative is a rapid decline. A study at the University of Kansas observed that chronic sedentary behavior accelerates the onset of dementia and Alzheimer's disease. For many, a lifestyle of sitting leads to a physical shrinkage of the brain and a weakening of the joints. Regaining control of your biology does not require a gym. It requires a specific method of moving that turns your body's vital infrastructure back on. Let's look at exactly what happens inside you when you start walking every day. This 3D brain model highlights the hippocampus, the command center for memory. When you walk, increased heart rate forces oxygen-rich blood upward. This stimulates neurotropic factors, encouraging new neural cells. Over time, consistent walkers maintain or regain brain volume that sitting takes away. That same physical motion protects your eyes. Your eyes are filled with intraocular fluid that can build up when you stay still for long periods. Walking acts as a secondary mechanical pump, helping to drain and regulate that fluid throughout the body. Regulating this fluid is vital. Glaucoma is a condition where fluid buildup creates pressure that crushes the optic nerve. While high-intensity exercise can cause unpredictable pressure spikes, walking safely and consistently stabilizes the pressure inside the eye. By moving your legs, you are directly manipulating your body's fluid dynamics to protect your most vital cognitive and sensory hardware. We often assume that the heart only gets a workout during a run. However, the American Heart Association found a daily half-hour walk is as effective as running at preventing coronary heart disease. It acts as a natural beta blocker, widening your arteries and lowering blood pressure without the cortisol spikes associated with extreme cardio. Moving to the lungs, walking initiates a powerful filtration process. When we sit, we take shallow breaths that allow waste gases to accumulate in the lower lungs. The deep, rhythmic breathing of a brisk walk forces the diaphragm to contract fully, flushing out stale air and strengthening your respiratory barrier. This chart compares a 6-month trial measuring glucose tolerance. Walkers demonstrated a 6 times greater improvement than runners. Walking improves insulin sensitivity, processing sugar efficiently. This allows your pancreas to produce less insulin, giving the organ a chance to rest and stabilize. That same mechanical action wakes up the digestive tract. Your gut relies on peristalsis, the muscle contractions that move food and waste through your system. Sedentary habits stall these contractions. Walking stimulates them, significantly lowering the statistical risk of colon cancer. From widening your arteries to resting your pancreas, walking provides a seamless mechanical aid to all of your internal engines. High-impact workouts tone the body by creating microscopic tears in the muscle, requiring recovery time for inflammation. Walking is a low-impact alternative. It tones muscle without tearing, allowing you to move daily without stressing your joints. The gentle impact of a walk fortifies your skeleton through piezoelectricity. Each footstep creates a tiny electrical spark inside the bone. This spark signals specialized cells called osteoblasts to build new bone tissue, physically thickening your skeleton. The spine relies on this motion too. Your spinal discs do not have a direct blood supply. They act like sponges, absorbing nutrients through the continuous squeezing and releasing motion of a walk. Without this daily pumping action, the spine becomes stiff and prone to pain. Finally, walking acts as a chemical flush for the mind. Moving forward physically burns off excess cortisol, the primary stress hormone. As cortisol levels drop, your brain releases endorphins and BDNF. BDNF is a protein that supports the survival of existing neurons and encourages the growth of new ones. By fortifying your skeleton and flushing stress hormones from your brain, physical forward motion creates a state biologically incompatible with depressive stagnation. You cannot simply wander around to get these results. Strolling while looking at your phone compromises your posture. Wearing flat, unsupportive shoes can damage your arches. To trigger these biological shifts, you need to execute a specific protocol. We call this the FIT formula. The F stands for frequency. You must do this every day. Even if you start with only 5 minutes, that consistency is what reprograms your cellular signals. The I is for intensity. This dial represents the talk test zone. To change your cardiovascular health, you need to move at roughly 2 to 3 miles per hour. At this pace, you should be able to hold a conversation, but you should not have enough breath to sing a song. The T stands for time. The target is 30 minutes of continuous movement, aiming for a baseline of 6,000 steps. That 30-minute mark is the specific threshold where major biological shifts, like insulin stabilization, become most effective. To finalize the habit, remember 3 rules. Hydrate before you start to lubricate your systems. Swing your arms to engage the upper body and increase your energy expenditure. Finally, walk at the same time every morning to help regulate your natural sleep cycle. This upgrade to your biology requires no subscriptions and no special equipment. The machinery is already inside you, waiting to be used. Put on your shoes, step outside, and start the reboot today.